bees.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Junior, aka Smoking Guns, out here in Tucson, Arizona, representing the Ultimate Fight Club, giving you the latest content in boxing and MMA news that is out. So, tonight's video, we are going to be talking about Oleksandr Usyk, and it seems like his move up to heavyweight is already shaking up a couple of these contenders up there, man, because according to this post by Michael Benson on his official Twitter feed, it says, Oleksandr Usyk's K2 promoter, Alex Krusyak, stated there is a 70% chance Usyk's next fight will be at heavyweight debut against either Alexander Povetkin or LUIS ORTIZ. He claims Jarrell Big Baby Miller and Joseph Parker already turned down the fight. Quote, now this is friggin' crazy, man. Like, for Oleksandr Usyk to be moving up to heavyweight, and you already got dudes like Jarrell Miller, who already stated in one of his past interviews that he's looking for a big fight, and for you to turn down a dude like Oleksandr Usyk, dude, Oleksandr Usyk is better competition than anybody that you have been fighting, man, and for you to turn down a dude like that, that's kind of crazy. And then for Joseph Parker to turn down that fight, I'm thinking that he's just happy to be coming off of that Flores win, and he really needed that win because we didn't really know where his career was going to be going, especially with the back-to-back losses that he had to Anthony Joshua and to Dillian White. So he really needed that win. But Oleksandr Usyk, I was thinking that would have been the perfect fight for him to be able to come up to heavyweight and be able to make his debut at. Even in one of my past videos where I was talking about Oleksandr Usyk was actually eyeing the winner of Derek Chisora and Dillian White. And when I came out with that video, I even stated in that video that, dude, if he was to come up to heavyweight, Joseph Parker would be one of the best candidates for him to be able to fight, to be able to test his skills, just for the simple fact is Joseph Parker isn't a really huge heavyweight. He's a moderate size heavyweight. And I think him and Oleksandr Usyk are about the same size. I think Oleksandr Usyk's about 6'3". Joseph Parker, I think, is 6'4". So I think that would have been like the perfect candidate for him to fight. But it already seems like Joseph Parker doesn't want that smoke with Oleksandr Usyk. And it's going to be very interesting to see what is going to be like in that heavyweight division, or how these other heavyweights are going to be acting with Oleksandr Usyk coming up there to test himself. And even Paulie Malignaggi had came out in an interview not too long ago where he was talking about Oleksandr Usyk would be a pretty decent sized heavyweight if he came up in that division. And in this article, he was talking about, they talk about him going up to the heavyweight division. I've seen him in person. He's not a small guy. He's about 6'2" or 6'3". So maybe he can fill out for the heavyweight division a little bit. He'll never be a big heavyweight, but I think he can turn into a decent sized heavyweight and compete, Malignaggi said. You'll probably want to match him up against some heavyweights who are a little on the smaller side, but are still pretty good. Maybe like Frez Aquendo or Carlos Takam or someone like that, based on how he looks in those fights. And if he's able to win, and if he's able to win looking good, or if he struggles, you judge if he's going to be a heavyweight or if he's going to go back down to cruiserweight, quote. Now, with that being said, like I said, dude, I think Oleksandr Usyk, that would be badass to see him matched up with some of those guys at the heavyweight division. Apparently, he wasn't at that Dillian White, Derek Chisora fight because apparently in that last video I said he wanted to be ringside so he could be able to eye the winner of that fight. And then there was talks about him wanting to fight Anthony Joshua and so forth and so forth. But whatever happens with him in that division, dude, I already know he's going to really make some waves because he's a very skilled fighter, very good at making adjustments, very technically sound. And dude, it's going to be really fun to see what he's able to do up in that division, man. And it doesn't even need for him to be this big ass heavyweight to be able to compete with those guys, as long as he's technically sound and his power is able to translate up to that heavyweight division. Because you got a dude like Deontay Wilder, who's the WBC champion, and pound for pound, he is the smallest out of all the heavyweights. He's a tall ass heavyweight because he's 6'7". He has the smallest frame out of all the heavyweights because you got to think, that dude just got done fighting Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury was weighing about 260 pounds going into the fight, and Deontay Wilder was weighing about 209 pounds going into the fight. So if you got a dude like that, 209 pounds, knocking everybody ass out at that heavyweight division. Hopefully a dude like Oleksandr Usyk doesn't have to bulk up too much to be able to do some damage up in that division. And hopefully his technical ability and his power will be able to translate up in that division. And hopefully he'll look good in that division. Just like Paulo Malignaggi said, if he looks good in that division or if he struggles in that division, then we'll be able to gauge to see where he's at. All right. So, I hope you guys like the video. If you guys like the video, make sure to hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Or if you guys have any kind of questions, any kind of comments on this, make sure to hit me up in the comments section and I'll be sure to hit you guys up. All right. So I hope you like the video. Holla at your boy.